Yes! What is up, everyone? And welcome to my reaction to my group stage predictions for Copa America, and I'm going to preview the quarterfinals. I'm going to smash it all together. It's going to be a lot of fun. Appreciate you hanging out. But on the reaction side of things, I'm bringing the one and only Sully with me. Hey, dude, what's up?
Hey, what's going on?
Good to see you.
Let's talk some Coco.
Let's talk about the Copa America. Now, in Group A, we had Argentina, the defending champs. We had Canada, oh Canada. We had Peru and Chi-Chi-Chi, Lay.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to tell you what I predicted yet. Let's roll it. I have them finishing in second behind Argentina, which means they will have a date with the winners of Group B in the quarterfinals. How many people picked Canada? Honestly, nobody in the chat. Sully, you didn't pick Canada.
No.
Who'd you have?
I can't remember.
Okay, but you didn't have Canada.
No.
God, I'm looking real smart
good.
right now. Argentina, defending champs, World Cup champs. That was easy for them to get first. Second was dicey. Peru, Chi-Chi-Chi, Lay. Canada. I believed in Jesse Marsh. Jesse Marsh only scored 1 goal in 3 games, but he figured it out, got a couple red cards in his favor, and now they're into the quarterfinals. Way to go, Canada.
By the hair of their chinny chin chins.
In Group B, there was Mexico, Ecuador, Venezuela, and Jamaica. And let's take a look at what I said. I think, and I feel, and I believe, si se puede, that Mexico will get out of the group alongside Ecuador. But after that, I'm not sure they have what it takes to do anything else but just to get out of the group. And Venezuela finished on top. Ecuador ends up getting second, Mexico getting third, and Jamaica getting fourth.
Yep.
Jamaica has never won a Copa America game in 3
They scored a goal, though.
They did score a goal. Fair play to them. So they had never scored prior to this tournament. They finally scored, so baby steps to eventually getting to their first win. No wins for them. Mexico finishes in third. I had them getting out of the group, most likely first. I had Ecuador getting second. I had Venezuela finishing third. And so I want to just apologize to all my friends and fans and the community out there that support the Vino Tinto. You guys were excellent. Solomon Rondon, aging like a fine wine, like a Vino Tinto. So I missed that one. Who did you have in yours?
Mexico was out. I had Ecuador, Venezuela.
You had Ecuador, Venezuela?
Yep.
Prediction God status confirmed over here.
That's right.
I'll give it to you.
Thank you.
Damn. I mean, I tried to show some love to a CONCACAF team and to a rival. I'm like, oh, listen, they'll do it.
For me,
I don't want to get any flack in the comments. Oh, you're just going to support the U.S. Listen, I did that in a bracket before. I thought I did it here, and I didn't. Which
for
I
me,
would have sounded like,
it was all about red, white, and blue tinted glasses, so I can't really take too much of that.
No mommy sway. Well, let's get into Group C. We're going to get a lot more of the same. And a lot more of the same, though good enough to get through this group, doesn't feel like it has the potential to make a deep run, despite my hopes and dreams of at least getting to the semifinals. I need a moment. I feel like I'm in my feelings about this group. Uruguay did what they needed to do. First time ever they won all 3 group stage games, so congratulations to Marcelo Bielsa. I don't know why that dude couldn't have rested some players in match day 3 when the U.S. needed a results.
Ruthless.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I know we're still heartbroken about
Very much
how
so.
the U.S. performed. And you should come watch us at Fox Soccer Now if you really want the hardcore stuff, the immediate feelings, because we broke it all down.
We had some feelings.
We did. We had some feelings. And I can get into it more a little bit later. But we blew it against Panama. Whatever we want to do against Uruguay, there's no way we should have left it to the last game to need points or to need a win to make it happen. The Panama game, the one moment that pisses me off the most, it's not even Timo Weah's red card. It's not. Because, yes, he shouldn't have done it, but once we went up a goal, we should have been able to manage the game from there. And the fact that we gave up that goal right before halftime absolutely pisses me off. It's unacceptable. Go to a 4-4-1, shut it down, don't give up any chances.
Skirt, park the bus.
Park the bus to a certain extent, right?
Yeah.
We have some players that can counterattack on their own, Christian Pulisic in particular, and you figure it out. But get to halftime with that goal lead, and then you make your adjustments. You have a little belief, and you gave Panama the belief when you gave them that goal, and then we gave up a shittier second goal because we shut off, even though we had more than enough players to solve the problem, and it's the Panama game that put us in that situation. And that's what frustrates me. So yes, Tim Weah has to take responsibility for it. Yep. And I didn't like necessarily the subs, that we went really defensive. There's a lot to get into there. I actually didn't mind how we played against Uruguay. The problem is, I don't know if we're consistently dangerous in the attacking third. And I don't know if we have enough players, and Tim Ream said this after the game, if we have enough players that want the ball and can make a difference when they get the ball. We have a couple, but can they do it consistently? Sully, chime in here, because I'm getting hot and bothered.
You've made a good point about the goal right before half, because in speaking over the years about the U.S. with you, there was a game in particular with Gucci Onyewu in a foul against Ghana in the World Cup that happened right before half. We were up 1-0. they go 1-1 into halftime, and that flips the script in halftime. Completely changes your outlook on the game. And yeah, the rest is history there.
Well, so even if we had not given up that second goal, if we give up the first one, okay, I'm pissed, still manage it from there.
Right.
And then we just shut off, and it's
Consistency.
so frustrating.
Consistency for 90
and
minutes.
game management and solving problems and making plays when it matters. And we didn't do enough of that. And we're not going to win shit in 2026 or even go far in 2026 if we can't figure out how to be better on both sides of the ball and manage game situations and understand what the play needs and the situation needs in that particular moment. And if we can't evolve with that, we need a new coach. You guys already know that that's how I feel.
Yep.
We needed a new coach once a new cycle started. They needed to hear a new voice. But
should have just left him on the tarmac and not even taken him back. I'll be honest with you.
on the tarmac.
Yeah.
The problem is the big names didn't want the job. They didn't want the job 4 years out. They want the job maybe a year out to 18 months. My hope is that we're still going to get a big name at some point, and hopefully we pay whatever we need to pay. So much money is going to be made at this World Cup, so just get a front loan on that. Pay somebody big, like we have with Emma Hayes with the women's national team.
Banking.
Just, figure it out, and then you can pay back that loan later once we make some. But we need somebody different. We can't have Greg Berhalter leading us to the 2026 World Cup. We need a big-ass name for the biggest-ass tournament that there is in the world. Okay, what's happening in Group D? Brazil and Colombia, they're going through, so what does it even matter? Now let's get into the preview. Ow.
You just hit your...
Hello, it's me again. And now it's time to preview the Copa America quarterfinals without my U.S. men's national team. Once the tournament's over, we can get into the U.S. team, okay? I'll do a separate video, we'll just talk about it, and we'll hammer it out. You can, of course, watch my podcast or listen to my podcast, Call It What You Want, that I do with Charlie Davies and Tony Miola and Brian McBride. But they're not in it, and we're gonna talk about the other 8 teams that are. First up is Argentina versus Ecuador. I like this matchup a lot. I like Ecuador a lot. Moises Caicedo is a proper baller. He's very good, and he's only gonna get better, which is good news not only for his country, but also for Chelsea. And then you add in Kendry Paes, who the 17-year-old, who is also going to be going to Chelsea soon once he turns 18. And they've got a dynamic midfield, an up-and-coming midfield. So Ecuador should be good for some years to come. But they rely on 34-year-old Enner Valencia, the captain, to really drive their attack. And if he's not up to it, not feeling it, feeling a little bit old, getting red cards, then it's going to be a little bit difficult. But the guy knows how to score goals. And not only is he the talisman up top, he's also the emotional leader. As I mentioned, wears the captain's armband. So if he's going to have a good game, then they've got a chance. I just don't know if Ecuador can be consistently threatening against an Argentina team that's going to have more of the ball. They have Lautaro Martinez, who is the Golden Boot leader as it stands. They obviously have Leo Messi. They have a dynamic midfield with some talented players and a lot of depth in those spots. They've got a defense that has been lights out. They're the defending champions of this competition. They're the World Cup champions. I just don't know how Ecuador can get past them unless Argentina decides not to show up. I actually feel like it's a choice. If Argentina turns up and says, we're gonna ball out, then Ecuador is not going to be able to hang with them. Maybe for 45 minutes, maybe for 60, but the quality of Argentina is going to shine through. We all know it. We all know the names. We're all very familiar with them. They know what to do to survive these tournaments. They know how to win them. Argentina, for me, are probably going to get to the final and have a great chance of winning it to go back to back and in some ways be considered as one of the greatest national teams of all time, because Spain is 2008, 2010, 2012, when they won 3 major tournaments in a row, we could argue are the greatest national team ever. And now Argentina can enter into that conversation if they can win this Copa America, which would be just another cherry on top for Leo Messi and his incredible career. So I've got Argentina moving on to the next round. Then on the bottom half of that bracket, we got Venezuela, the surprise team that won Group B. What? Shout out to Felix Sanchez, the manager of Venezuela. He was the coach of Qatar at the 2022 World Cup. He helped them win the Asian Cup. They had gone to Copa America before. They got into a Gold Cup semifinal when Qatar came over and played in the CONCACAF version of the Euros in Copa America. And so I like this guy. He knows how to get the most out of his players. They seem to have some real belief. They're currently 4th in World Cup qualifying. Venezuela is actually the only team in South America that has never qualified for a World Cup before. So for them to have this type of success in Copa America, they've done that. They have gotten far in this competition. But can they parlay that and continue to lay the foundation and build the confidence up so they can actually qualify for a World Cup, which is as good a time as any since there's going to be 48 teams, which is the most ever in World Cup history for 2026. So I like this Venezuela team. I'm pulling for them a little bit. But I'm also pulling for Canada because Jesse Marsch is my friend. And even though in his 5 games in charge, he's only scored one goal, and that was when a team, Peru, had a red card, and it was in transition when Peru was trying to push a little bit forward, and they got caught, and Jonathan David hit him on the counter. They got to figure out that side of it, but I like the energy around Canada right now, and they must be thinking, wow, we fell into it here, getting to play Venezuela, who isn't one of the stronger teams in CONMEBOL in South America. This is a big opportunity. However, Tejan Buchanan, who plays for Inter Milan, just broke his leg at training. That's going to put a dent in their chances and being consistently good going forward. And if they can't score goals, I don't think they're going to 0-0 their way into the final, though we've seen teams do that before in multiple competitions. So this Venezuela team, feeling confident, got a lot of momentum, won their group, looking great. This Canada team also having a ton of confidence, but if they can't score, then I'm not sure they can do it. This is a really hard one for me to say that I think Canada is going to surprise them, frankly. This game's going to be super close and a bit of a coin flip. And I'm going to lean towards my friendship with Jesse Marsch to say I'm going to go with Canada. I had them getting out of the group, so I'm already a genius in that capacity. But there's something about Felix Sanchez and this Venezuela team that I really adore and appreciate, and just their desire and their heart to want to win these games and to prove themselves. And Canada's kind of the same. They're both maybe don't get the respect that they deserve in their respective regions. So I don't really care who comes out of this one. I'm going to be pulling for them when they take on Argentina in the semifinal, but I'm going to lean towards Canada because I'm pretty good friends with Jesse Marsch. And then we got Panama taking on Colombia, who have to be the hottest team in the world. 26 games unbeaten, win their group, and they get to take on Panama, who took advantage of their man advantage to beat the U.S. and then parlayed that into having the confidence and the momentum to beat a very bad Bolivia team, by the way, to get second in the group and to oust the U.S., bouncing us. So I have a bone to pick with you, Panama, but this Colombia team is a different gravy, and I just think this is going to be one-way traffic. So I could get into the nuts and bolts about what Panama can do, but even if they played to their best, Colombia just have the quality in every single line of the field, and I love their identity under their coach, Nestor Lorenzo, and they're just playing so well right now. Nobody's going to slow them down, especially at Panama. And then this is the one that we all wanted to see. This was the harder side of the groups, Group C and Group D, when they got out into the knockout rounds, the quarterfinals. We got Uruguay versus Brazil. This is why we love these competitions. Uruguay under Marcelo Bielsa, excellent. The one thing I'm concerned about with Uruguay is how much energy they have committed to the cause of winning their group. I thought they were going to rotate in that last game against the U.S. They elected not to, and those guys looked like they were tired, and they got a little bit beat up because we were going for it and we were pushing them, and it was a physical game like all these games are. And I wonder if that's going to catch up to them. Brazil, okay, didn't do well against Costa Rica, found their way, got second in the group, but I don't know if they've committed as much energy because they have so much of the ball. I don't know if they've committed as much energy. And so I kind of like Brazil to get past Uruguay here. I don't want to say that because I love this Uruguay team, and they're really dynamic and they're fun. And I love Bielsa. But Brazil just, I think, have a little bit more energy, and I think they're still waiting to play their best game. I know that they walked all over Paraguay, so that was a good starting point, but I think they've got a little bit more when the competition gets a little stiffer. So I'm actually going to go with Brazil to win this game. So that's it. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments, as you always do. Hit like and subscribe, and I appreciate you, and I can't wait to do another reaction and preview video, because that's how I'm rolling here on my new set, where I also do cooking instruction. Yeah, let me know what dish you want me to make, and I'll see if I can make that happen as well. All right, love you guys. See you later.